Well, good evening. Tyler Lance with you here on Hometown Radio, KLGA, and on the Algona Radio YouTube live stream as we get set for softball action once again, as tonight it's Bishop Garrigan against Spencer. Big thank you to everyone tuning in, and of course a big thank you as always to our YouTube streaming sponsors, and they include Chemna Auto Center, where it's not just about the car, it's about the care. Algona Municipal Utilities, where they're community-owned for community benefit. Algona State Farm Insurance agent Billy Offerman, and Hying Endeavors, proud supporter of Bishop Garrigan sports and all athletes throughout the area. And of course, thank you as well to Greg Penning and Company, certified public accountants, as they are the scoreboard sponsor here throughout the season. So exciting softball action coming up tonight. It's Bishop Garrigan and it's Spencer. A nice non-conference matchup here. These teams typically do meet once a year, and it's a nice little measuring stick there for a team from the top of Iowa west of Bishop Garrigan and a team over from the Lakes Conference with Spencer. This game tonight taking place at Spencer High School at their softball diamond here. We've got good weather conditions. Temperatures in the mid-70s tonight. Flags blowing a little bit towards left field. There's a decent amount of breeze, but not too much to impact the game, and really just very favorable conditions once again here on this night. With that, we'll go ahead and take a quick look at the starting lineups before they get rolling in tonight's game. For the visiting Bishop Garrigan Golden Bears, they'll lead things off with the center fielder, Darius Goshi. Joey Durning, the catcher, will bat second. Abby Capacious will play shortstop. She will bat third in tonight's game. Hannah Marin is at the cleanup spot in the lineup. She is playing third base. Molly Peterson bats fifth. She plays second. Zoe Montag at first base, bats sixth. Marissa Ray, the designated player, is in the seventh spot in the lineup. She will be batting for Seisha Alesh, the right fielder for Bishop Garrigan. So Ray in that number 7 spot in the lineup. Ella Schaaf is pitching tonight. She's batting eighth. And Emmy Bartolo rounds out the starting 9 as she is in left field. Flipping things over to the Spencer side of things, they'll lead things off with Jared Merchant, their left fielder. Jada Piercy plays shortstop. She bats second. Caitlin Lawson's in the pitching circle tonight. She's batting third. Olivia Huckfelt cleaning it up, and she plays third base. Allison Piercy in center field. She bats fifth. Mateo Lowe catches. She's batting sixth. Izzy Pingle plays first base, batting seventh. Delaney Seaman at second base, batting eighth. And Kendra Lowe rounds out the starting lineup as she plays right field and bats ninth. So that's how it lines up here tonight. Bishop Garrigan against Spencer. Golden Bears come to this game 3 wins and 2 losses. Spencer an even 3-3 so far on the season. And Bishop Garrigan is trying to build on what's been an explosive offensive week so far. Bishop Garrigan has won 2 in a row after they beat Eagle Grove 15-11 on Tuesday and pounding Garner Hayfield Ventura 14-3 yesterday. So bats are certainly working well for Bishop Garrigan. I think just the question is making sure the pitching and defense are on the same level as the bats here tonight. And, well, when you talk about the bats working well, that's been the case for Spencer here, certainly, as Spencer, in their most recent game, beat Storm Lake 21-2 yesterday, and they did it by scoring 15 runs in the 7th inning. So both these teams hitting the softball quite well here, especially looking at this week. So we could certainly see some offensive fireworks tonight. Weather conditions are right for it. Certainly 2 teams that are swinging the bat very, very well and have a lot of momentum coming into this game. So we'll see how that plays out as we go forward. Teams are being introduced on the field here right now, getting ready for the starting lineups. Bishop Garrigan will be wearing their road black uniforms here tonight with the yellow lettering and numbering. Spencer in the purple and whites. That's their home uniform for this game. So that's what we're looking at here for tonight. Again, Bishop Garrigan against Spencer here on Hometown Radio, KLGA Algona. We'll have the first pitch coming your way in just a couple minutes. In the meantime, we'll step aside for a quick timeout on Hometown Radio, KLGA.
High school sports on Hometown and Home Country Radio, brought to you by these sports club members.
Algona Frame and Auto Body Collision Specialist, a total commitment to excellence.
Water Connection, from softeners to bottled water and service, call 295-SOFT.
Dump It, commercial and residential garbage. They do the dirty work so you don't have to.
Hy-Vee, use the fuel saver, fill your cart, fuel your car.
Algona Livestock Auction, Highway 169 North, sale every Monday.
Lusher Family Dentistry, serving your family since 1965 on Call Street in Algona.
Style Salon, your salon in Algona. Create yourself.
Farmers State Bank, proud to be part of our community for 125 years, with offices in Algona, Whittemore, and West Bend.
Chemco Tires, they're all you need to know about tires and service.
Sponsoring this broadcast on Hometown and Home Country Radio.
If you're not filling with Cenex Premium Diesel, then you're not giving your fuel system the premium treatment. Cenex Roadmaster XL comes with a more complete additive package for a more complete burn, while restoring your power by up to 4.5% and your fuel economy by up to 5%. Typical number 2 diesel? I guess it covers the basics. Cenex Premium Diesel. Diesel that doesn't mess around.
Contact New Way K&H Cooperative, your certified Cenex distributor, at 1-800-445-4118.
Players, put your pinky rings up to the moon. Girls, what y'all trying to do? 24-karat magic.
Tyler Lance back for you here on Hometown Radio KLGA as we get ready for softball action between Bishop Garrigan and Spencer. Nice to be back and nice to be out here on a beautiful night for softball. It's been pretty much an ideal week weather-wise for the softball and baseball teams around the area, and that continues here tonight. We've got sunny skies, maybe a couple clouds drifting through the area, but beautiful, beautiful night for softball as Bishop Garrigan gets set to bat here in the top half of the first inning with Darius Goshi, Joey Durning, and Abby Capacious, the scheduled hitters. And they will face a Spencer team that's led by their starting pitcher, Caitlin Lawson. Lawson has pitched in 3 games so far this season, 2 of them starts. Record of 1-1 as she struck out 2 batters, walked 5 so far this season, has given up 17 hits over those 12 and a third innings. So Lawson will get the call here tonight for Spencer. She takes her warm-up tosses. And again, we'll face this young Bishop Garrigan lineup here that has had quite a bit of success over the past week, scoring a couple 14-plus run games against Eagle Grove and Garner Hayfield Ventura, respectively. Throw down goes over to second base, and we're just about ready to get it going here tonight. Bishop Garrigan coached by Paige Purdy. Spencer coached by Tara Hoshin. As Goshi, the right-handed batter, gets ready to dig in and start off this game. Goshi, the juniors, playing center field tonight. So far, off to a nice start at the plate. 7 of 18 on this young season. Steps into the right-handed hitting batter's box as the umpire settles in behind home plate. And we're just about ready to go here. Lawson steps onto the rubber. Right-handed pitcher as Lawson motions and delivers tonight's first offering. And Goshi will cut and miss at that first pitch for strike 1. And we are underway here from Spencer High School. 75 degrees at the first pitch. Again, we've got a wind blowing across the field towards left. We'll see if that factors in at all. It's going to be hard to hit one out to right. I would definitely predict that here tonight, but might get a little boost over to left as the next offering misses down and in to even up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Dimensions here at the field. It's 180 down both of the lines and 210 to dead center. Outfield playing pretty straight up here for the right-handed hitting Goshi. As the 1-1 delivery is cut on and missed. Lawson came up and in on the hands of Goshi that time. She couldn't get around on it. And she's now down in the count here. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Lawson looks in. Has what she wants, and here comes the 1-2 pitch. And a swing and a miss. Boy, the bottom dropped out of that pitch as Goshi had to go down and try to fish for it. As she came up empty, and that is strikeout number 1 of the night for Lawson. And that'll bring up Joey Durning, the catcher. So far this season, she has had 1 hit in 15 at-bats. 1 run driven in for Bishop Garrigan. Right-handed batter who hits out of a crouched and slightly open stance, awaiting the first pitch of the at-bat. And that one blazes over the inside corner for a called strike 1. Well, Bishop Garrigan and Spencer, pretty much an annual opponent for each other. They've played each other every season since 2011, besides the 2020 season. Bishop Garrigan has won 8 of the last 10 matchups, but Spencer was triumphant in the most recent one as the next pitch misses downstairs to even the count at 1-1. Spencer did defeat Bishop Garrigan 13-1 last season, so Golden Bears trying to avenge that here tonight. Here's the motion and the 1-1 pitch. And that one is just off the inside part of the plate, maybe a little bit low as well. Count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike here to Durning as Capacious waits on deck. Durning back into the batter's box. The junior awaits the 2-1 delivery. And a swing and a miss. A little bit out in front that time, and count goes even here at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Lawson trying to work a quiet first inning here against Bishop Garrigan. Not let them establish the early momentum that they have early in games this week. Bishop Garrigan roared out to 6 first-inning runs last night as the 2-2 pitch is swung on and missed. Lawson came inside again, and Durning wasn't able to get around to that one, as that's 2 quick outs here to start the inning. And that'll bring up Abby Capacious, the shortstop. Well, Capacious has been ripping the cover off the ball. 10 hits and 18 at-bats. 6 of those 10 hits have gone for extra bases with 4 doubles and 2 home runs out of the sophomore. Capacious, crouched right-handed stance, swings the first pitch and pops it up. Foul territory first base side, but that one's going to hook over the first base dugout and get out of play here for strike one. Well, 2 swinging strikeouts here to start the first inning for Bishop Garrigan. Capacious trying to avert a 1-2-3 inning. Hannah Marin waiting on deck for Bishop Garrigan. Again, Golden Bears wearing the black and yellow for those of you watching on the stream. Road uniforms tonight for Bishop Garrigan. 0-1 count. Here comes Lawson with the pitch. And lost a little control of that one as it drifts upstairs about eye level to Capacious. Count going even here at 1-1. Yeah, a lot of people out here enjoying a nice night. See quite a few nice lawn chairs set up beyond the outfield, especially in right field. The pitch to Capacious is down and in for a ball. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here at Spencer High School, you can see the batting cages out beyond left field. And right field, you've kind of got a little parking lot as well as school facilities there beyond the outfield wall. But people have made their way in between there, getting a nice view of the ball game. As Capacious awaits the pitch, and she rips that one into left field for a base hit. Solid liner there for Capacious, right in the hole in between third base and shortstop. So she'll reach first base. Bishop Garrigan will have an opportunity here for the cleanup hitter to bat, Hannah Marin. So Capacious at first base. She has stolen 3 bases so far in 3 attempts. As Marin comes in of 7 hits and 18 at-bats. She is leading the team right now, or I should say second on the team with 7 runs driven in, just behind Capacious. Another right-handed hitter. She swings and misses at that one. Snap throw over to first base, but Capacious gets back in of a head-first dive. After Marin, it's Molly Peterson, the second baseman. Capacious on first base. 2 outs. No score here in the first inning. As Marin squares to bunt, tries to pull it to the third base side. Foul, and the count goes to 0-2. Trying to catch the defense napping there, playing a little bit further back on the infield, seeing if she could roll one down the third base line that time, but that pitch was well in on the hands, and that was going to be hard to keep in fair territory for Marin. So now she's in the hole here, 0-2. Lawson's delivery. A swing and a foul directly back to the screen as Marin fights it off, and she'll stay alive here if an 0-2 count. Well, Lawson's been fairly aggressive here early on, really coming inside to the Bishop Garrigan hitters, trying to get it in on their hands. Even went ahead in the count. We'll see if she challenges Marin inside here. She's gotten a couple strikeouts that way so far tonight. As there's a swing and a miss, she went changeup on her, and Marin was out in front on that one. So Capacious has the single, but Bishop Garrigan whiffs 3 times in that inning, and they do not score. We will go to the bottom half of inning number 1. Bishop Garrigan and Spencer right here on Hometown Radio, KLGA.
With today's technology, there's no reason to wait by the mailbox for bank statements. Just sign up for internet banking and e-statements. This is Sherry at Security State Bank. E-statements reduce the risks of mail fraud and identity theft. Internet banking allows you to check your balances, see checks and deposits that have cleared, transfer funds between accounts, make payments, and say goodbye to paper filing and shredding. Internet banking and e-statements from Security State Bank in Algona, Burt, and Laverne. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
For over 40 years, Northwest Iowa Bone, Joint, and Sports surgeons have maintained one mission: to provide excellence in orthopedic care. Their team of 9 physicians offers specialized care in everything from arthroscopic same-day surgery to joint replacement, as well as hand and foot surgery, and have an orthopedic surgeon on call 24/7. Healthcare isn't about appointments, it's about taking care of people, and that's their specialty. Visit Northwest Iowa Bone, Joint, and Sports surgeons on the web at nwiabone.com.
As we come back here to Spencer High School, no score between Bishop Garrigan and Spencer right now as we go to the bottom half of inning number 1. In the pitching circle right now, it's Ella Schaaf, the sophomore for Bishop Garrigan. She comes in with a record of 1-1 this season. She's pitched in 3 games, 2 of them starts. Schaaf has pitched 12 innings, striking out 10 batters, walking 15. She has an ERA of 4.08 coming here into tonight's game. And the key for Schaaf is going to be throwing strikes. That is definitely something to work on for Schaaf. Again, a few more walks this year so far than strikeouts. That was the case last year as well. But when she's able to find the zone, she can be very effective and cause a lot of problems for the opposing lineup. So we'll see if Schaaf is able to throw strikes consistently here tonight and how Spencer's lineup tries to attack her, whether they're more patient or more aggressive. So it'll be hitters 1, 2, and 3, Jara Merchant, Jada Piercy, Caitlin Lawson, all scheduled to bat this inning for the Tigers. Merchant, the left fielder, so far this season, 7 hits and 16 at-bats as she'll await that first pitch. It's over the plate for strike 1, and we're rolling here in the bottom half of inning number 1. Merchant, right-handed hitter. Hits towards the outside part of the batter's box. She stands off the plate as she rolls that one in the hole at short. Backhanded stab by Capacious. Throws across the diamond, but Merchant beats it out for speed. That was a slow roller there to the backhand side. Capacious did a nice job just to get to that one, but that was going to be a very difficult throw to make across the diamond. And to Capacious's credit, it was on target, but to Merchant's credit, she got out of the batter's box very quickly that time and made it safely down to first. And now she'll take off and try to steal second on the next pitch. Throw down, and that one is not quite in time. It's knocked down in front of the bag by Capacious, and in behind is Merchant with the steal. So Spencer waiting no time there to try to manufacture a runner into scoring position for Piercy. Piercy leading the team in hitting, 11 hits and 18 at-bats this season as she rolls one up the middle, and that one is through into center field for a base hit. Hitting the bag at third is Merchant. She'll take a look. She'll head to the plate. Throw comes all the way through. The tag is applied, and she's out of the dish. Moving up to second and now going all the way to third base is Piercy. Well, Merchant was thrown out at the dish as she initially stopped coming around third. She was waiting to see if the throw would be cut off from Goshi or not. Bishop Garrigan actually looked like they were attempting to cut that one off. They missed it. It rolled all the way through, but Durning applied the tag as Merchant ran by. And that's an out, but then a bad job by Bishop Garrigan defensively. Piercy obviously was going to move up to second base on that throw to home plate, but Bishop Garrigan was busy being happy about the fact they got the out at home and didn't notice that Piercy was heading all the way to third. So Spencer will still have a runner in good position here on third base of just one out for the number 3 hitter, as that one is a called strike inside part of the plate to Caitlin Lawson, trying to help her own cause here. But that throw, even though it bounced a few times in there from Goshi, that was directly over home plate. And that one needed to be about perfect, as that one is down and in for a ball, 1-1, as Durning takes a quick glimpse down to third base, but Piercy not going anywhere. Schaaf steps back onto the rubber. Her 1-1 pitch. And that one will catch the low outside part of the plate. Snap throw down the third, and boy, that one almost went down the left field line. Marin did a nice job to snag that on the backhand as Durning threw in there behind Piercy. Piercy went back in standing as the count's 1-2. Lawson bats from an open stance, takes that one bouncing in front of the dirt. Durning is able to smother it, though, and keep it in front of her, so no advance from third by Piercy. Count goes even at 2-2. One down, bottom of the first. No score as of yet, after Goshi recorded the early outfield assist to erase Merchant at the plate. 2-2 pitch, in the dirt again, blocked by Durning. Throw to third again, and that one's a little bit wide, as Marin is able to make another catch over there. Count goes full at 3-2. Durning keeping a very watchful eye on Piercy at third base. So the full count pitch here from Schaaf. Down in the dirt. Durning doesn't know where the ball is, but she blocked it and kept it in that right-handed hitter's batter's box. Or excuse me, make that the left-handed hitting batter's box. As Lawson has the base on balls. Staying at third base is Piercy. And now runners at the corners for Olivia Huckfelt. Huckfelt, 8 for 14 hitting so far this season. As we'll have a courtesy runner at first base, Shaylee Sutherland, as she will run for the pitcher. So we'll see if she takes off here and tries to draw that throw down to second base with Huckfelt batting. Huckfelt, the sophomore, digs in. Imposing right-handed hitter, has a very wide open stance. Her back leg's on that front part of the batter's box with her back leg on the far left part of the batter's box. So it has that wide open stance. Big power hitter, though, for Spencer. Looks at the first pitch down and in. Runner heading to second base as Durning fakes the throw, but she will let Sutherland have that one uncontested. So now runners at second and third here, and double play pretty much out of the equation. Still only one out here as Schaaf works in the first inning. Her 0-1 pitch. And she'll go outside that time. Huckfeldt not offering at it as the count evens up here at 1 ball and 1 strike. Already a high-stress first inning here out of Schaaf. Trying to strand a couple runners here for Spencer. 1-1 pitch. She came up and in on that one as it catches the corner of the zone to Huckfeldt. And Schaaf in the driver's seat here, 1 and 2. Allison Piercy waits on deck. 1 out. Schaaf back onto the rubber. Fires inside and dancing out of the way is Huckfeldt. Narrowly avoided a hit by pitch there as the count goes even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Huckfeldt steps back in. Stares down Schaaf, who delivers the 2-2. And that one is blasted out towards left field, but Huckfeldt got out in front of it and hooked it foul. Count stays 2-2. Didn't quite get all of that one, but had some pretty good distance on it. But like I said, well out in front there. Piercy remains at third. Sutherland still at second base for Spencer as the 2-2 pitch is popped in the air. Foul territory, first base side. Montag gives it a look. Durning comes over, and Durning squeezes it. Nice play by Durning, who almost overran that one, but she was able to adjust, reach out at the last second, and the runners have to stay where they are. 2 outs now, and Allison Piercy will try to get Spencer a couple runs here as they try not to let this first inning opportunity go by the wayside. Piercy, 4 hits and 15 at-bats so far this season. Awaits the pitch, and that one will be down low for ball 1. Now, if you're Schaaf, you don't have to be crazy aggressive here to Piercy. Obviously, you've got first base open to work with. But if you got the opportunity, you do try to end the inning here as her 1-0 pitch upstairs and not offering at it was Piercy. Count goes to 2-0 here. Matea Lowe is the next batter if Piercy's able to extend this first inning. Still no score between Bishop Garrigan and Spencer with runners on second and third. 2-0 pitch. Down in the dirt. It gets behind Durning. She doesn't know where the ball is. And coming in to score is Jada Piercy. 1-0 Spencer. Well, Durning had a couple nice blocks earlier this inning, but that one squirted in between the wickets on a pitch in the dirt. And Spencer will grab the early 1-0 advantage here on the wild pitch. So that's tough for Schaaf. She's worked hard to try to get out of this jam, but ultimately victimized that time by a wild pitch. And now a 3-0 count here to Piercy. And that one is going to be outside for ball 4, so she loses Piercy on 4 pitches. And Lowe, the catcher, will bat here. And now possibly another running situation as you've got Sutherland, the courtesy runner on third base. And Piercy on first right now. Piercy has stolen 5 bases in 5 attempts. Last time Spencer had runners at the corners this inning, they sent the runner there without much hesitation, so I would probably anticipate we'll see movement here from first base before too long. Schaaf delivers. Piercy's running. Snap throw to third, and that one is way off target, and it's down the left field line. Here comes Sutherland to score, and going all the way to third base is Piercy. Well, I think that one just got away from Durning that time. Ball sort of slipped out of her hands, and it sailed through the third base coaching box down the left field line, and that allows Spencer to take a 2-0 lead. So tough breaks here for Bishop Garrigan of 2 outs, and they'll have to play from behind here early. 1-0 count to Lowe, and Schaaf has her off balance that time. She waves at it to even the count at 1-1. The senior Lowe, 3 hits and 12 at-bats so far this season. 1-1 pitch. That one is rolled towards shortstop. Capacious has it on the high hop, fires to first, but it's in the dirt and it gets away. That'll allow to run the score as Lowe moves up to second base. Piercy touches home. And boy, Capacious stayed with the hop that time, but throw was not there. That'll be at least a throwing error, allowing Lowe to go to second base. And it's 3-0 Spencer. That's too bad, too, especially Earlier this inning, we saw Capacious on the leadoff batter, Merchant, make a tremendous throw across the diamond that just wasn't quite in time. But that one had a lot of velocity, not a lot of height on it. And it's 3-0 Spencer. 1-0 count. Izzy Pingle the batter. First lefty we're seeing here from Spencer. 1-0 pitch. And she pulls that one down the first base line, but a little bit out in front of it and foul to even up the count. 1 ball and 1 strike. Pingle, another senior, 5 hits and 13 at-bats this season. Pingle actually went deep last time these two teams matched up. She hit one of the 2 Spencer home runs in the game between these two teams last year, as she'll flare that one towards deep left field, back towards the fence, and that one is inside the pole for a home run. Boy, that one just kept carrying and carrying as Bartolo gave it a look, but that is into the netting, and Spencer has a big first inning. Izzy Pingle with the opposite field stroke, and it is 5-0 Spencer. And the defensive miscues for Bishop Garrigan are now looming very large here.
Now batting number 1.
As this will be the 8th batter to hit in the inning, Delaney Seaman, the second baseman. Boy, that looked like that was going to be probably medium to above average deep in left field initially off the bat. Didn't seem like she got all of that one, but just tremendous strength that time from Pingle. You don't see a whole lot of opposite field home runs in high school, but as a left-handed hitter, Pingle just pokes that one perfectly down the left field line, probably fair by about 5 or 6 feet. And the first pitch here to Seaman is in the dirt for ball 1. Back to a right-handed hitter for Spencer. Square stance. And Schaaf laboring here for the first inning. Schaaf comes down and in, and the count now 2 balls and no strikes. Well, if Seaman's able to reach here, Kendra Lowe, the right fielder, would be the 9th hitter of the inning as she waits in the on-deck circle. Schaaf on the rubber, delivers the 2-0 pitch, and there's an aggressive cut and a miss that time from Seaman as the count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike. Schaaf back onto the rubber here for Bishop Garrigan, delivers the 2-1. And that one is up and away, 3-1 now the count. And again, that's kind of the key for tonight. We've seen so far this inning 2 walks from Schaaf. She's fallen behind a few hitters here, including the Spencer second baseman. 3-1 pitch, down in the dirt, and that is ball 4. That'll be walk number 3 here from Schaaf. And Spencer will be able to bat around here in the first inning as Kendra Lowe will get a chance to hit. Kendra Lowe looking for that first hit of the season here. Not a right-handed hitter for Spencer. Seaman on first base. The pitch. Seaman's off and running. Durning's throw down to second. The swipe tag by Capacious, but she misses it. And Seaman's able to slide in behind that one. And she'll have another steal. So a couple steals here this inning from Spencer. They've been pretty aggressive on the base paths so far. And runner in scoring position for Lowe. Capacious fielded that throw in front of the bag, tried to reach back and make the tag. As the count goes even here at 1-1 on the next offering to Lowe, caught the outside part of the plate, but just couldn't quite get that tag around quickly enough. Schaaf back into the circle here of a 1-1 count. 2 outs and the pitch. Popped in the air, foul, first base side, as that one will clear over the screen and make the count 1 ball and 2 strikes. Well, Bishop Garrigan had a chance to get out of this with no runs allowed. Runners were at second and third with 2 down in the inning, but that is when the trouble began as that one is punched through the infield and into right center for a base hit. That'll play to not a run as Seaman blazes around third to score, and Lowe with a nice piece of opposite field hitting drives in the run and moves it back over to the top of the lineup as Spencer takes a 6-0 first inning lead.
The batter, number 6.
So we're back up to Jara Merchant. Had that ground ball single in between third and shortstop her first time up. And this seems like quite a while ago at this point, but she was actually thrown out at home plate early in this game to keep the score tied 0-0. But Spencer has quickly shaken that off, and they've put 6 runs on the board here. As counts 0-1 to Merchant. Low on first base. Schaaf delivers the 0-1. And that one catches the outside part of the zone. Schaaf working ahead here to Merchant, 0-2. Jada Piercy is next if it gets that far. Bottom of the first from Spencer High School. 0-2 pitch. Tried to go up and away on that one, but a little bit too far up and away as Merchant not offering at that one. She'll step out of the batter's box and take a quick practice swing before digging back in. Here's the 1-2 pitch. And that one is popped in the air towards the pitching circle. Coming out of it towards the third base line to make the catch is Schaaf, and that'll be out number 3 of the inning. But not before Spencer is able to plate 6 runs as we go to the top of inning number 2. It's Spencer 6 and Bishop Garrigan nothing right here on Hometown Radio, KLGA.
High school sports on Hometown and Home Country Radio, brought to you by these sports club members.
Catholic Charities, offering professional counseling services to families and individuals of all faiths. Learn more at cathchar.com.
Algona Plumbing and Heating, where a good flush always beats a full house.
Grassmasters, get tips and advice from their lawn care professionals. Grassmasters, growing satisfied customers.
American Glass, for all your glass needs. Think American.
Walker Chiropractic and Wellness, serving Algona, Sway City, and the surrounding areas with chiropractic, nutritional care, and physical therapy services.
Dr. Bill Stroman, giving you something to smile about.
CB Grain Solutions, satisfaction guaranteed.
Ruhnke Brothers Full Service. Experience the Ruhnke Brothers difference for all your auto service and repair needs.
Sponsoring this broadcast on Hometown and Home Country Radio.
We go to inning number 2 here from Spencer High School. Right now it's Spencer 6, Bishop Garrigan nothing, as Spencer scored 6 runs there in the bottom of the first inning after there were already 2 outs. And now Bishop Garrigan will try to respond here of hitters number 5, 6, and 7 in the lineup. It's Molly Peterson, Zoe Montag, and Marissa Ray here for the Golden Bears. High school softball here on Hometown Radio, KLGA. We've got the YouTube video stream up as well if you want to check that one out. The Algona Radio YouTube page is where you can find it. As Peterson will cut at the first pitch, and she misses there for strike 1. Lawson very efficient in the first inning. Did give up the single to Abby Capacious, but struck out 3 Golden Bears otherwise. As she faces Peterson here. Peterson off to a great start to the season. As here's the motion in the 0-1 pitch. That one is rolled towards third base. Making the pick is Huckfeld. Throws across, and just in time to get Peterson. Well, Peterson has been a tough out this season. She'd been hitting .533 prior to that one, but Huckfeld made the pick at third base. I think she was a little apprehensive she was going to get a bad bounce there because it looked like she pulled her head away at the last moment, but still able to make the pick. And the good for the first to get Peterson. So that'll bring Zoe Montag, the left-handed hitting freshman, up for Bishop Garrigan. Montag will take that pitch for ball 1, down and away. And Montag 3 of 17 so far this season. One of those was a home run, though. Second one of her career, first one of the season for her. As she faces a 1-0 count here. Montag followed by Ray. 1-0 pitch. And that one will catch the outside part of the zone. Count going even here at 1 ball and 1 strike. Montag, no stranger here to first base action for Bishop Garrigan. Really was their regular first baseman last year, even as an 8th grader. She'll dig back into the batter's box. 1-1 pitch. And she'll roll that one slowly towards second base. Seaman up with it. Soft toss onto first base, and Montag is retired quickly for out number 2. So 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the second. And Marissa Ray will bat here. Ray, the junior, over 12 so far, looking for base hit number 1 of the season. Right-handed hitter for Bishop Garrigan, who hits out of a upright and square stance. Lawson steps back into the circle here for Spencer, trying to work a 1-2-3 second inning. Pitch to Ray, and that one will catch the low outside part of the zone for strike 1, 0-1 the count. Well, Ella Schaaf would bat next for Bishop Garrigan if Ray was able to reach. The 0-1 delivery. A swing and a miss. Oh, she pulled the string on her that time with the changeup, and Ray almost got turned 180 that time, making a swing at that one. And she's down on the count here, 0-2. Lawson's done a nice job changing speeds as well tonight. 0-2 pitch. A swing and a miss. She came inside on her again. And Lawson now has 4 strikeouts. And Bishop Garrigan still looking here for their first run of the game as we go to the bottom half of inning number 2. It's Spencer 6 and Bishop Garrigan nothing right here on Hometown Radio, KLGA.
When you need cash on the go, there's no need to pay a surcharge fee with MoneyPass. Iowa State Bank is proud to be part of the MoneyPass network of surcharge-free ATMs found nationwide. Look for the green and blue MoneyPass symbol on over 32,000 ATMs across the nation. Or find an ATM near your vacation spot or travel destination at MoneyPass.com. MoneyPass, another way that Iowa State Bank helps people succeed. Member FDIC.
With over a decade of experience, Jake Ingalls Electric is here to handle any electrical job you could possibly have. From anything agricultural related to complex commercial wiring to something simple like installing a new outlet in your home. Jake Ingalls Electric does it all. Have your wiring done right and call Jake at 515-320-4286. Jake Ingalls Electric, shockingly good service.
Bottom of the second inning here on Hometown Radio KLGA as Bishop Garrigan right now trailing Spencer 6-0. Well, we've also got the YouTube stream up as well. And, of course, a big thank you, as always, to our sponsors. You've got Chemna Auto Center, where it's not just about the car, it's about the care. Algona Municipal Utilities, where they're community-owned for community benefit. Algona State Farm Insurance agent Billy Offerman. And Hying Endeavors, proud supporter of Bishop Garrigan sports and all athletes throughout the area. So Spencer, after a very successful first inning in which they sent 10 batters to the plate, they'll try to have an encore here in inning number 2. Again, 6-0. Spencer very relaxed, able to play from in front here tonight and continuing what was a stellar offensive performance. We mentioned in the pregame, Spencer beat Storm Lake 21-2 yesterday as Jada Piercy, the shortstop, bats. 1-for-1 if a single and a run scored, as she'll attack the first pitch and pop it out of play, foul, 0-1 the count. But that had to be just one of the most bizarre games you could see yesterday when you're talking about that Spencer 21-2 win over Storm Lake. It was a relatively normal game going to the 7th inning. It was 6-2 going to the 7th, but Spencer, according to the box score, scored 15 runs in the 7th inning to take a 21-2 lead and obviously account for the final margin. So not every day you see 15 runs scored in the 7th, but that was what Spencer was able to do yesterday. Well, if we saw anything in the first inning, it is that the Tigers are capable of putting up runs in bunches, as there's a cut and a miss by Piercy that time. Schaaf got her to go fishing down low as the count goes to 1-2. Wasson's on deck. Olivia Huckfelt in the hole. They'll all bat this inning. Here's the motion and the 1-2 pitch. Slow roller towards short. Capacious has it on the hop. Bullet across the diamond, and that throw is on the mark to retire Piercy. Well, that'll bring up Caitlin Lawson, the pitcher. She walked and came around to score her last time up. Again, Capacious at shortstop tonight, and really that appears to be what Bishop Garrigan is going to have her do here for most of the season, if not all of it. Of course, last year we got used to seeing Capacious catch for the Golden Bears, as the first pitch misses down and in for a ball, 1-0 the count. And it's one of those fascinating questions that, you'd love to go inside of the mind of the coaching staff and just think about what that discussion was like, because Capacious was a very capable catcher last year, but obviously she brings a great arm to the shortstop position and brings some of that state track sprinting speed to the shortstop position as well, as the pitch is down and in, 2-0 the count. So you're thinking about where your best players are the most valuable, and they've decided that shortstop is the answer for this year. And, of course, part of that, too, is who would play shortstop if Capacious was catching, and vice versa. Who would catch if Capacious was playing shortstop as you try to create the strongest lineup. Pitch down and away, as that is a called strike. 1 out, nobody on base here for Spencer. Lawson digs back into the right-handed hitting batter's box as Schaaf takes a quick check of her wristband. She'll take a moment here and step onto the rubber. 2-1 pitch, and that will drift up high. 3 balls and 1 strike here to the right-handed hitting pitcher. And I think the thing that's going to be very interesting here is, Again, how aggressive will opposing base stealers be against Bishop Garrigan as Durning continues to develop into that catching role? That one is rolled foul third base side as the count goes to 3-2. Capacious last season allowed just a 55% success rate on stolen bases. Base stealers are 27 of 49 against Abby Capacious, and 55%, especially at the high school level, that's a pretty low mark, which is just a credit to how strong Capacious's arm was in throwing out runners. Pitch is down and in for ball 4, and that'll be a walk here for Caitlin Lawson, so that'll be walk number 4 for Schaaf, and a one-out base runner for Spencer. So Huckfelt will hit. We'll get a courtesy runner over at first base, Shaylee Sutherland. Sutherland already courtesy ran there back in the first inning and ended up coming around to score a run during that 6-run barrage from Spencer. So she will run again as Huckfelt bats. Huckfelt delivers. Sutherland's moving, pitches in the dirt. Durning blocks it, but that will have Sutherland moving up to second base easily, as it'll be 1-0 here to Huckfelt. For Spencer this year, they have not yet been caught stealing, so. And it's also not for a lack of trying, if the first couple innings here tonight are any indication. Next offering is down and in as it'll back Huckfelt off the dish. Count will be 2-0 here to the right-handed hitting third baseman. Piercy's on deck. Low in the hole for Spencer. 6-0 Tiger lead over Bishop Garrigan. 2-0 pitch, down and in, and that one will hit Huckfelt on the shin. That skipped a few feet in front of home plate that time and took a direct path into the front shin of Huckfelt, but she appears to be all right, as she'll head to first base on the free pass the painful way. And Allison Piercy will be the hitter. Piercy walked her first time up to the dish. Also came around to score during that first inning. Sutherland at second base. At first base, it's Huckfelt as that one is swung on and missed as it goes back to the screen. And both runners will move up. Boy, initially I thought that one might have been foul, tipped by Piercy just the way it came off to the right, but that was just a swing and a miss, so runners will advance. And Spencer will now have second and third here with one out. Sutherland at third, Huckfelt at second. The 0-1 to Piercy. That one is down in the dirt, blocked by Durning. Count even here at 1-1. Both of these teams looking for win number 4 of the season as Bishop Garrigan starting off 3-2. Spencer's played one more game. They're 3-3. The pitch. Foul tip back to the screen. Count 1-2. Even on that one, Sutherland was ready to get moving from third. She got going, but you could hear the sound of the bat that time on the foul tip. Piercy back into the box. 1-2 here from Schaaf. And that one catches the outside part of the zone for a called strike 3. That'll be the first K of the night for Schaaf, as that'll be a big one there. 2 outs. And Schaaf will try to strand 2 base runners here as Matea Lowe bats. Lowe reached on a big 2-out throwing error her first time up to the dish. That allowed the Spencer inning there to continue in the first, as that occurred of 2 outs, as Lowe takes ball 1. Izzy Pingle would be next. Sutherland at third. Huckfelt remaining at second base for the right-handed hitting Lowe. Here comes Schaaf of the 1-0 offering. And that one will come over the inside part of the plate. Count goes even here at 1-1 strike. I will say softball field here set up pretty well as far as a sun field goes. Don't see too many players wearing shades out there tonight as the 1-1 count is popped in the air first base side. And Montag just gets underneath it, and she will make the catch. So nice job that time by Schaaf as she's able to strand 2 base runners. And Bishop Garrigan avoids any damage there in the top, make that the bottom half of the second inning. We will go to the third. You're listening to high school softball on Hometown Radio KLGA as Spencer leads Bishop Garrigan 6-0.
More Sports Club members bringing you this game on Hometown and Home Country Radio.
Rental Zone, Highway 18 East in Algona. The tool and equipment rental specialist. Phone 395-RENT.
Dance Connection and Tumbling by Michelle. Passionate about teaching, creative about dance. Visit their studio at 1400 East Commercial in Algona or danceconnectionbymichelle.com.
Daylight Donuts, open early, serving yummy donuts, rolls, and great coffee. Located at 502 South Phillip Street.
Signworks for all your signage needs, as well as printed shirts, caps, and jackets. Stop in or call 295-9544.
Farm and Home Services. Check their many listings at farmhomeservices.com.
Pizza Ranch. Eat in or delivery. Catering also available.
TAFE Wellness Center. Dr. Shane TAFE. Keeping athletes in the game with chiropractic care. Located at 105 South Phillip Street in Algona.
All sponsors of this broadcast.
With today's technology, there's no reason to wait by the mailbox for bank statements. Just sign up for internet banking and e-statements. This is Sherry at Security State Bank. E-statements reduce the risks of mail fraud and identity theft. Internet banking allows you to check your balances, see checks and deposits that have cleared, transfer funds between accounts, make payments, and say goodbye to paper filing and shredding. Internet banking and e-statements from Security State Bank in Algona, Burt, and Laverne. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
And we come back for inning number 3 on Hometown Radio KLGA as Ella Schaaf cuts and misses at the first offering from Caitlin Lawson. It'll be hitters number 8, 9, and 1 in the Bishop Garrigan lineup here of Schaaf, Emmy Bartolo, and then back to the top of the order of Darius Goshi after that. Schaaf will swing and misses that 0-1 pitch. Boy, Lawson slowed that one way down, and Schaaf had fastball on her mind, but was not able to connect there after the off-speed pitch, so the count goes to 0-2. Spencer 6, Bishop Garrigan nothing. Lawson has struck out 4 batters so far as she just misses off the inside corner that time. Good eye for Schaaf. Lawson has given up 1 base runner here so far tonight. That was Abby Capacious back in the first inning. Besides that, 2 groundouts and 4 strikeouts. As there's a swing and a miss, make that 5 strikeouts. She got Schaaf to chase after one up and away. All 5 strikeouts have been of the swinging variety here tonight, as that'll send it down to the bottom of the batting order of Emmy Bartolo. Bartolo, the 8th grader, with 3 hits and 16 at-bats so far this season. Right-handed hitter for Bishop Garrigan. Pitch to Bartolo. And Bartolo cutting at the first offering, but she comes up empty, and the count goes to 0-1 here. It'll be Bartolo followed by Goshi, possibly dirting if it gets that far. Here's Lawson again. That one is lined to left field, and that one's down for a base hit. Bartolo picked that one out, and that'll be Bishop Garrigan's second hit of the night as she'll stop with a single. And that'll bring it back to the top of the order for Darius Goshi, who struck out swinging her first time up. Boy, just quick hands that time from Bartolo, turning on that one. And again, Bishop Garrigan's hitter should probably, especially as a right-hander, be looking to pull that one to left field. Lawson has really been living off that inside part of the plate so far tonight, really aggressively just busting it inside against Bishop Garrigan. As she'll come in again, and Goshi will swing and miss at that one for strike 1. Bartolo at first base. Has attempted 2 steals so far this season, has been successful on both, but not 100% sure you'd try to steal here. The score 6-0. What Bishop Garrigan really needs at this point is base runners, as there's a called strike to Goshi, and she's in the hole here, 0-2. Bishop Garrigan 2 for 9, that first trip through the batting order. 6-0 Spencer. The 0-2 pitch is swung on and missed. Goshi went down chasing that one, and that is out number 2 of the inning. Second strikeout of the frame for Caitlin Lawson, who is now already piled up 6 Ks. She is commanding the game here tonight against Bishop Garrigan. So Durning will bat. She's been one of the strikeout victims here tonight, 0 for 1. Bartolo remains at first base, as the first pitch will find the zone, 0-1. This is certainly a situation where Lawson's been throwing a lot of first pitch strikes. I really can barely recall 1-0 counts here. She has been ahead 0-1, 0-2, 1-2 pretty much all throughout the night here. As the next pitch is cut on and missed, came upstairs of that one and elevated it, and Durning couldn't quite catch up. She's behind in the count, 0-2. Lawson looking to have her second 3-strikeout inning of the night. Struck out 3 batters back in the first, 1 in the second, and now 2 here so far in the third. Bartolo at first, the 0-2 pitch, and a called strike 3. Durning watched that one go by, and that is the first backwards K of the night for Lawson. And the score stays 6-0. We'll go to the bottom of the third inning. You're listening to high school softball here on Hometown Radio, KLGA.
Sports Club members bringing you this game on Hometown and Home Country Radio.
Kasuth Regional Health Center. Make KRHC your home for healthcare.
North Iowa Appliance, Highway 18 East Algona, where they sell the best and service the rest.
Tom Eischen Sales, your store in the country on Highway 18 West, Algona.
Greg Penning and Company, LLC, your tax service professionals in Algona and Bancroft, where everyone counts.
Yemlin Builders and Quality Apartments for rent. Beauty and craftsmanship that will never go out of style.
Albert Electric. Flip the switch to Albert Electric. Call Neil at 320-0305.
Iowa Lakes Community College. Your community, your college.
Feed Mill Coffee Company in downtown Algona, where community connects.
All sponsors of this broadcast.
Bottom half of inning number 3 on Hometown Radio KLGA and the Algona Radio YouTube live stream. As right now it's Spencer 6, Bishop Garrigan nothing. Spencer getting all 6 of those runs back in the first inning, and all of them coming with 2 outs. And boy, Bishop Garrigan had a couple defensive plays in that first inning that they may live to regret here. It looks like it's going to be very, very tough to score a lot of runs tonight against Caitlin Lawson, who so far has pitched 3 scoreless innings and struck out 7 batters along the way. But in the meantime, Schaefer will try to keep it as close as it is. Did pitch a scoreless second inning there. She'll try to repeat that in the third here against the 7, 8, and 9 hitters. Izzy Pingle, Delaney Seaman, and Kendra Lowe, the batters due up for Spencer. Pingle, left-handed hitter, had an impressive home run to left field her first time up, poked it the opposite way right down the line, but this time pops it up first base side, and that one will get up into the screen and out of play for strike 1. Well, fairly smart move there by Schaefer. I think she saw there last time that Pingle just poked an outside pitch to the opposite field. This time on the first pitch of the at-bat, tried to get one in on the hands of Pingle, and Pingle, best she could do there was fight that one off, 0-1. Next pitch misses up and away, and count goes even at 1 ball and 1 strike. And innings like this are going to be a big part of the development for the sophomore Ella Schaefer. This is the kind of ball game where things could spiral a little bit. You could let runs 7, 8, and 9 come in, and team could get further out of the game, or you could keep it 6-0 and see what the offense could do here. Pitching from behind, not always the easiest thing to do. There's a certain pressure to make sure your team doesn't lose any more ground, and Schaefer was able to get that scoreless second inning like we hear after she found that one off. 1-2 the count. The delivery, and that one is rolled towards second base. It's charged and picked up by Peterson. Her throw to first base is in plenty of time to retire Pingle, and that'll be out number 1 of the inning. And that'll bring Delaney Seaman up to the plate. Walked her first time up. 1 out, nobody on base here, bottom half of inning number 3. And Spencer with a 6-0 lead over Algona, or Bishop Garrigan, that is. A delivery. That one's down in the dirt. 1-0 the count. Again, Bishop Garrigan has had the edge in this series. If you look over the past decade or so, Bishop Garrigan has won 8 of the last 10, but Spencer hangs on to win tonight. That would be their second win in a row over the Golden Bears. 1-0 delivery. And that is upstairs for a ball, 2-0 the count. Lowe due up next. Schaefer will take a quick check of the wristband as she'll step back onto the rubber. 2-0 pitch. And Schaefer misses down and in that time. Count goes 3-0. Well, the control here tonight has still been a little bit on and off for Schaefer. She's had a few batters where she's gotten right after it and attacked and gotten ahead, but She's also had the 5 walks that have plagued her so far tonight. Puts the next one right over the plate for a strike. That'll be 3-1 now the count. I guess I should say more accurately, she's had 4 walks and also the hit by pitch. So 5 free passes one way or the other. As there's a swing and a miss that time. Seaman took a big cut at that 3-1 offering, but came up empty, and the count's now 3-2. But that's what you can do when you're ahead in the count, and you have the opportunity to take a huge swing like that and know you still have a pitch to work with. As the 3-2 is popped in the air towards second base, and it's actually going to be the first baseman Montag making the catch there for out number 2 of the inning. So a fairly quiet 2 up, 2 down to start the third. And Kendra Lowe, who poked a single to the right side of the second base bag her first time up to bring in a run, will bat. Schaaf looking for her first 1-2-3 inning of the night. As the Bishop Garrigan sophomore delivers, that one is flied in the air towards shallow center field. It's dropping for a hurry, and that one is in for a base hit. Goshi tried to charge hard. Capacious tried to come out from the shortstop position, but neither of them were anywhere close to that one as Lowe couldn't have thrown it out there any better. So Lowe will erase the dreams of a 1-2-3 inning, and she'll get it back to the top of the lineup here for Jara Merchant. Merchant with a single and to pop out the first so far tonight. Her pitch, she'll take the first pitch for ball 1 as Durning takes a quick check throw down to first base, but Lowe really wasn't too far off that time, got back quickly. 2 outs. Runner at first base. As Schaaf returns to the rubber. Here comes her 1-0 pitch. And that is down and in, 2-0 the count here to Merchant. Jada Piercy on deck. Caitlin Lawson in the hole. The 2-0 pitch from Schaaf. Flied in the air, foul territory first base side as that one will curve out of play. And that'll send people running as they pursue the softball. 2-1 the count. Here's the 2-1 delivery, and that one is down and in the dirt, and that'll go to 3-1 here against Lowe, or Merchant, that is. Lowe remains on first base. Well, Schaaf fought back from a 3-1 count against Seaman. She'll try to do the same thing here against Merchant. 3-1 delivery. Missed down as that one will go all the way to the backstop. Lowe will stay at second base here as Durning got to the ball quickly. And that'll be a walk here from Merchant. Her first of the night. Second time reaching base, though, as that'll bring it to Jada Piercy. Piercy has singled and grounded out the short so far tonight. So it looked like it could have been a quiet inning here for Schaaf. Got the 7 and 8 hitters out quickly. Gave up the bloop single to Lowe. Then a walk as that one is sent right back for the middle. Capacious snares it. Taps the bag at second base for the out. Oh, Piercy hit one that looked like it was destined for center field, but Piercy had that one snared by Capacious. Her momentum was heading right to second base, and she stepped on it for out number 3 of the inning. So we will go to the 4th. It's Spencer 6 and Bishop Garrigan nothing right here on Hometown Radio, KLGA.
More Sports Club members bringing you this broadcast.
Jensen Chiropractic, care for the whole family.
Countryside Barbecue Sauce, 2 sauces for all seasons.
Erpelding Excavating, let them take care of your grading, excavating, and drainage needs.
Farm Bureau Financial Services, coverage and protection for what matters most. Visit with local agents David Beisch, Jason Brace, Daniel Folk, and Michael Toll.
Sudol Tax and Accounting, full-service tax and accounting services from the professionals at Sudol Tax and Accounting. Call 395-1040. They see beyond the numbers.
Holmes Animal Clinic, caring for your pets from their location at Highway 18 East. They now have an indoor unit to serve equine, cattle, sheep, and goats. Also on-site boarding for cats and dogs.
Oakcrest Funeral Services, helping families celebrate a life lived.
All members of the Sports Club bringing you this game on Hometown and Home Country Radio.
We move to the 4th inning on Hometown Radio, KLGA Algona. Tyler Lance with you here as Bishop Garrigan gets set to bat. And they'll have the middle of the lineup with hitters number 3, 4, and 5, Abby Capacious, Hannah Marin, and Molly Peterson. And they're working against Caitlin Lawson. Capacious takes a big swing at the first pitch, but dribbles it foul to the right side for strike one. Well, Capacious, one of the 2 hits for Bishop Garrigan so far tonight. Singled in between shortstop and third base her first time up. So she is 1 for 1. Bartolo with the other hit. As Bishop Garrigan trails 6-0 against Spencer. Capacious will let the off-speed pitch go upstairs for a ball, evening it up at 1-1. Well, Capacious, always a power threat, of course. Hit the 9 home runs last season. That tied for the top of Iowa West lead. 1-1 pitch, and she'll take an aggressive cut at that one and foul it back to the screen, 1-2. Hannah Marin on deck. Molly Peterson to follow her. As right now, 7 strikeouts on the board from Caitlin Lawson here in just 3 innings pitched. She's recorded 7 outs via the strikeout, 2 via the ground ball, and really besides that line drive single to left field by Emmy Bartolo, Bishop Garrigan hasn't been able to hit anything in the air tonight, and really maybe just not a whole lot of contact in general with the 7 strikeouts. 2-2 count here to Capacious. Lawson delivers. Came inside that time, but a little bit too far inside as the count runs full here to Bishop Garrigan's number 3 batter. So full count here. Right-handed hitting Capacious, ready for the pitch from the right-handed Lawson. Here it comes. Line drive to third. Oh, and it handcuffed Huckfeld and heads into left field. Capacious takes the turnaround first, and she'll stay there. That was a sizzling line drive to the hot corner as it handcuffed Huckfeld. She didn't know if to try to play that underhanded or play it with the forehand in front, and looked like she tried to play that one underhanded a little bit. It got up into her wrist and deflected into left field as she shakes that one off, but unable to stop that line drive from Capacious from heading into left field. And well, all the rage right now, if you look at the professional ranks of baseball and softball, they talk about exit velocity. That one certainly had a high exit velocity from Capacious. Marin will bat now, squares to butt, pulls it back. Capacious trying to steal. Throw down to second is in time, but Capacious slides in underneath the tag. Oh, that was a good throw that time from the catcher Lowe. Piercy got there. She put the tag on, but Capacious slid in just ahead of it. So the Bishop Garrigan sophomore has her 4th steal of the season, and Golden Bears have a runner in scoring position for the first time tonight. That's an aggressive move down 6-0. That's one where, especially with no outs, you better make it and not short-circuit the rally, but Capacious did just that as count goes even here at 1-1 to Marin. Marin was a strikeout victim her first time up. Steps back in. 1-1 pitch. Up and away, and it gets away from the catcher Lowe, and going up to third base is Capacious. Well, Lowe quickly popped out of her stance that time to try to field that one up and away, but it was almost like she popped up a little bit too quickly as the ball looked to deflect off the bottom of her glove and kick away. So runner here at third base for Bishop Garrigan. Furthest they've got the runner so far tonight. 2-1 to Marin. Handcuffed. She'll trickle that one foul first base side off the facing of the dugout. And the count will go even at 2-2 here on Marin. The freshman picks her bat back up and returns. Lawson steps forward onto the rubber. She's ready with the 2-2 pitch. In the dirt again, and Marin not offering at it as the count runs full at 3-2. Well, here in the 4th, we've seen a couple of things we really haven't seen from Lawson so far tonight, and that's full counts. It's really been pretty rare that she's gotten past a 1-ball count here tonight against the Bishop Garrigan hitters, but working maybe a little bit more cautiously here against the middle of the order as she burns one over the inside part of the plate for a called strike 3. Oh, Marin was frozen on that one, and that is K number 8 for Caitlin Lawson. And that's one you've got to at least make an attempt on if you're Bishop Garrigan. But Marin thought that one was a little bit inside, let it go by, and that'll be out number 1 of the inning as Peterson will bat. Grounded out last time to third base. The third baseman, Huckfeld, pitching in, expecting the squeeze bunt. It's bunted. It's the first base side, but that one is going to roll foul, and it'll stay foul, as Capacious will have to go back to third. Well, right idea that time. Huckfeld was about halfway down the third base line, creeping in. You could probably tell there by Peterson's body language she was getting ready to try to squeeze the runner home from third base. We'll see what Pingle does at first base. She's about even with the bag right now. Huckfeld already creeping in. 0-1 count, no bunt shown this time. Peterson swings away, and she can't catch up to the outside fastball as the count's 0-2. Zoe Montag's on deck. Capacious still at third base with 1 out. And Lawson trying to work around the first runner in scoring position she's seen tonight. The pitch to Peterson is a called strike 3. Slowed it down as that one was right over the plate. And it's another backwards K. 9th strikeout of the night. 3rd looking strikeout. And all of a sudden, Bishop Garrigan has 2 outs here, and they're in danger of stranding Capacious out on the base paths. The lefty Zoe Montag bats here. 2 down. Couple looking strikeouts for the Golden Bears. As Lawson's pitch is cut on and missed. Throw down back to third. And Huckfeld had to make a great leaping grab to save that from going into left field, and then landed directly on top of Capacious, who was diving head first back into third base. But Capacious has a good laugh about that one. Foul directly back to the screen, heading towards your living room, and the count is 0-2. Well, Marissa Ray's on deck, but Montag has to battle out from behind here against Lawson, who is piling up the Ks like nobody's business so far tonight. 9 strikeouts. The 0-2 pitch, down and away that time. It kicks briefly away from low down the third base line, but she got to it quickly, and positioning of that ball wouldn't have let Capacious make it to home, so that'll make the count 1-2. High school softball here on KLGA Algona. As back onto the rubber is Lawson. The 1-2 delivery. A swing and a miss. While she works around Capacious' leadoff single and strikes out 3 consecutive batters, Bishop Garrigan will strand Capacious at third, and the score stays 6-0 as we go to the bottom half of inning number 4 here on Hometown Radio KLGA and the Algona Radio YouTube live stream.
When you need cash on the go, there's no need to pay a surcharge fee with MoneyPass. Iowa State Bank is proud to be part of the MoneyPass network of surcharge-free ATMs found nationwide. Look for the green and blue MoneyPass symbol on over 32,000 ATMs across the nation. Or find an ATM near your vacation spot or travel destination at MoneyPass.com. MoneyPass, another way that Iowa State Bank helps people succeed. Member FDIC.
If you're not filling with Cenex Premium Diesel, then you're not giving your fuel system the premium treatment. Cenex Roadmaster XL comes with a more complete additive package for a more complete burn, while restoring your power by up to 4.5% and your fuel economy by up to 5%. Typical number 2 diesel? I guess it covers the basics. Cenex Premium Diesel. Diesel that doesn't mess around.
Contact New Way K&H Cooperative, your certified Cenex distributor, at 1-800-445-4118.
It's the bottom half of inning number 4 here from Spencer High School. Tyler Lance with you on Hometown Radio KLGA and the Algona Radio YouTube live stream as Spencer leads Bishop Garrigan 6-0. The Tigers scored 6 runs, all with 2 outs in the bottom of the first inning, and they have sat on that lead ever since then. And Bishop Garrigan just not a whole lot of offense here tonight. Golden Bear batters have struck out 10 times. They've only mustered 3 hits, and they have not had more than 1 base runner within an inning. So Bishop Garrigan trailing Spencer 6-0. Spencer, in spite of scoring 6 runs in the first, they've actually had a lot of traffic on the base paths as well in the second and third innings, but to Ella Schaaf's credit, she's been able to work around the second and third inning jams, and she'll try to have a quiet 4th inning here against the middle of the batting order. Caitlin Lawson, Olivia Huckfeld, Allison Piercy, 3, 4, and 5. Lawson has walked both times up so far tonight. The delivery, swinging at the first pitch and driving that one towards center field. It is deep, and it is off the base of the fence. Lawson digging towards second base, and she's in there standing with a double. Lawson just drove that one straight away, right over the head of Darius Goshi, off the base of the fence. Looked like that one might have had a chance to get out, but 210 there, the dead center, and Lawson reaching base for the third time here tonight. So they'll bring Sutherland in onto second base. She's been the designated courtesy runner, if you will, for Lawson. So Lawson did her job that time with the double, and she now has her first hit of the night. Huckfeldt batting, and Huckfeldt will take ball one. Huckfeldt's popped out. She's been hit by a pitch so far tonight as Spencer leads Bishop Garrigan 6-0. The tall right-handed batter awaits the 1-0 pitch inside, and it backs Huckfeldt off the plate. Had the dancer feet out of the way of that one, and the count's 2-0. Piercy and Lowe to follow in the batting order. Nobody out. Sutherland at second base. Schaf's 2-0 pitch. A big swing and a foul tip into the mid of Durning that time. 2-1 the count. Huckfeldt wanted to join the home run party as Spencer has had one home run here tonight. That one came earlier in the game from Pingle. 2-1 count. Schaf's pitch. And that one's fouled directly back to the screen as the count goes even here at 2-2. Well, we'll see if Schaf's able to battle back here from being down in the count there early to Huckfeldt. Schaaf is ready, and here comes the 2-2. Down and in, it'll hit Huckfeldt. What are they ruling here? Looks like they're saying that hit Huckfeldt, but they're pausing here, and they're keeping Huckfeldt at the plate. Looks like they're calling a dead ball. The runner moved up to third on that one, and now they're sending her back to second. I wonder if they're saying that Huckfeldt didn't try to get out of the way of that one, as now the home plate umpire will converse here with the base umpire. So yeah, Sutherland will have to stay at second base here. Count will be 3-2, and that'll just be a ball here to Huckfeldt. So she'll have to see one more here from Schaaf. Steps back in. 3-2 pitch. That one is down and in again, and this time Huckfeldt will go to first base on the walk. So runners at first and second here. Boy, Schaaf down and in, down and in, down and in to Huckfeldt on that one, but just couldn't quite find that low inside corner. And now we'll see Allison Piercy bat. Piercy has walked. She has struck out looking as well. And Spencer has an opportunity here to blow this game open. They're up 6-0. Nobody out here in the fourth inning. Again, all 6 of those runs coming back in the first inning.
Number 8, Kaylee Spencer.
And we'll see a pinch runner at first base as well with Kaylee Spencer. Spencer will run for Huckfeldt. Freshman taking to the base path, so we've got Sutherland on second, Spencer on first, 2 freshmen on the base paths. The pitch gets away from Durning and goes to the backstop, and everyone will move up one station. So second and third now. That pitch came in inside, and Durning tried to slide to the left quickly, but that one looked to deflect off the side of her leg and kick to the backstop. So 1-0 count here from Schaaf. Her pitch to Piercy. Slow roller towards shortstop. Runner got a late break. Capacious bobbles it, and everyone's going to be safe. Capacious pumps her fist in frustration on that one, as that'll be an error, and Allison Piercy will be safe on first. So Sutherland comes home to score.
The batter, number 11.
And Spencer has the 7-0 lead. And this inning is far from over now. Spencer's at third base, Piercy at first. And the batter here is Mattea Lowe. Lowe reached on an error. She also popped out so far tonight. Pitch to Lowe is down and in. And moving up to second base uncontested is Piercy. Bottom of the fourth inning here from Spencer High School. The 1-0 pitch, flied in the air towards center field. Goshi drifting towards right center, has it measured and makes the catch. Tagging at third base, trying to score is Spencer, and she'll touch home plate. It'll be 8-0 as Goshi tried to throw that one all the way through, but that one was off the mark, and that'll be a sacrifice fly there from Lowe, trying for driving in a run here, so that'll make it 8-0.
The batter, number 19, Izzy Pingle.
And Izzy Pingle will bat. Pingle homered and also grounded out to second base. Also, Piercy made the heads-up play there to tag at second and advance to third on that throw into the plate. As Pingle tried to turn on that one, but she'll pull it foul, and that one gets out of play to the first base side. Well, Pingle took an outside pitch to the opposite fielder first time up. And after doing that, Schaaf has tried to work more inside here to Pingle, both her last at-bat and now on the first pitch here of this at-bat. 0-1 the count. And that one is a little bit up and into Pingle that time, turns her out of the way and evens up the count at 1-1. One out here in the fourth inning. Spencer with 2 runs on the scoreboard in this frame, as it's Piercy on third base right now. 1-1 pitch. And that one is ripped down the first base line, but just foul. Well, that could have been trouble there for Bishop Garrigan, but Pingle was just a little bit out in front that time. So 1-2 count. Schaaf back onto the rubber, and here comes the pitch. That one is flared. Third base side, foul territory. Marin gives it a look, but that one is going to be out of reach and out of play beyond the fence. So count will stay 1-2 here to Pingle. Well, Schaaf has recorded just 1 strikeout so far here tonight. Spencer has been a tough team to strike out so far. Just 14 Ks and 128 bats coming into tonight as Pingle turns on another one, but again it's foul out in front of that one. Boy, that time it was a line drive shot towards right field, but that was probably foul by a good 8 or 9 feet. So 1-2 count. Pingle has spoiled a couple 2-strike offerings here from Schaaf. We'll try it again on the 1-2. Rolled towards second base. Montag comes over to make the play. She'll move over to first base and take it unassisted. Run comes home to score from third base, and it's 9-0 Spencer. So Pingle will do her job and bring in the runner. So now 2 outs, nobody on base. 9-0 lead for Spencer here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Montag did a nice job ranging towards second base and then quickly getting back to first base. Delaney Seaman bats here. 2 outs, nobody on as that pitch is down in the dirt and away for ball 1. Seaman walked, came around to score back in the first inning, popped out to first base in the third. Schaaf's ready with the 1-0. Down and away again, 2-0 the count. Well, Schaaf is just seemingly trying to find that release point a little bit here tonight. There have been a lot of balls in the dirt. Sometimes you kind of find a trend if the pitchers are out of the zone, whether it's letting them go up higher in the dirt as that one's poked out towards right field. Getting underneath it, though, is Olesh, and she's able to put it away for out number 3. So Schaaf was able to find the strike zone on that one, and Olesh makes the play in right field, but not before Spencer adds 2 runs, and they lead at 9-0 as we will head to the 5th inning here on Hometown Radio KLGA and the Algona Radio YouTube live stream.
If you're not filling with Cenex Premium Diesel, then you're not giving your fuel system the premium treatment. Cenex Roadmaster XL comes with a more complete additive package for a more complete burn, while restoring your power by up to 4.5% and your fuel economy by up to 5%. Typical number 2 diesel? I guess it covers the basics. Cenex Premium Diesel. Diesel that doesn't mess around.
Contact New Way K&H Cooperative, your certified Cenex distributor, at 1-800-445-4118.
For over 40 years, Northwest Iowa bone, joint, and sports surgeons have maintained one mission: to provide excellence in orthopedic care. Their team of 9 physicians offers specialized care in everything from arthroscopic same-day surgery to joint replacement, as well as hand and foot surgery, and have an orthopedic surgeon on call 24/7. Healthcare isn't about appointments, it's about taking care of people, and that's their specialty. Visit Northwest Iowa Bone, Joint, and Sports Surgeons on the web at nwiabone.com.
It's time for the 5th inning on Hometown Radio KLGA. It's been a tough night for Bishop Garrigan so far as they trail Spencer 9-0. Spencer of 6 runs in the first inning. They just added 2 here in the fourth, make that 3 in the fourth, as Bishop Garrigan will now get a chance to bat here for the Golden Bears. Looks like they will have a Lesh bat in this spot in the lineup, so that's going to be a change for Bishop Garrigan. So Ray was the initial scheduled hitter here, but Alish will get her chance. First time we see her bat tonight. She's been playing in right field, but Ray had been the designated player batting for her, as Alish will take that one downstairs for ball 1. Alish just 2 at-bats so far this season for the 8th grader. 1 hit in those 2 at-bats. 1 run driven in as well. One-0 count. Lawson, who struck out 10 batters tonight, delivers, as that one is rolled slowly towards third, but foul. And that'll even things up here at 1 ball and 1 strike. Looks like Alish won't be the only substitution here for Bishop Garrigan, trying to see who's in the on-deck circle right now, but she's got her hand over her jersey number, making it hard to see. We'll try to get that in the second. Alish fouls it in the air, third base side, and underneath it to squeeze it is Huckfeld for out number 1. So Alish is retired on the foul pop out to third base. And we'll see a new batter here for Bishop Garrigan, as that's going to be Kyra Dykey pinch hitting.
The batter number 10, Kyra Dykey.
So Dykey bats in the spot that Ella Schaaf was in the lineup here. So again, down 9-0. Bishop Garrigan will get a couple reserves, some at-bats in this spot. And Dykey will cut and miss at that first offering for strike 1. Well, that last foul out there by Alish was the first non-strikeout, non-ground-out out of the night for Bishop Garrigan. So now, for those of you keeping score at home, it's 10 strikeouts. They've grounded out twice, and then you've got that foul pop-out as well, as that pitch is in the zone for a strike, 0-2 the count. As it's just been a tremendous, tremendous outing tonight so far for Caitlin Lawson. Just pounding the zone, piling up the strikeouts here, and keeping Bishop Garrigan off balance with a little bit of change of speed. 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss. That is good morning, good afternoon, and good night, as that is strikeout number 11 for Lawson, who continues to have a grip on this ball game. So now number 9 spot in the batting order, Emmy Bartolo, who's 1 for 1. She does have one of the 3 hits so far tonight for Bishop Garrigan. As she will take that first pitch over the inside corner for a called strike. Well, Darius Goshi is the next scheduled hitter if it gets around that far for Bishop Garrigan. Here's the 0-1 delivery. And that one bounced a few feet in front of the plate that time to even the count here at 1-1. Haven't seen a whole lot of those tonight so far from Lawson. Pitches in the dirt. She has been just aggressive in the strike zone, and you can't say enough about how much pressure she's put on Bishop Garrigan's hitters, as that one is fouled back to the screen and the count's 1-2. I mean, you try to be patient, you try to take a few pitches, but tonight if you do that, the count's all of a sudden 0-2 and you're behind. She is forcing Bishop Garrigan to either get behind in the count or swing early here tonight, and it is working quite well. Lawson up the 1-2 pitch, and that one's going to be a little bit inside and low to even up the count at 2-2 here to Bartolo. Goshi on deck. 2 outs, nobody on here in the top of the 5th inning. The 2-2 pitch. That one is fouled directly back to the screen as Bartolo able to spoil that one off. And we'll do it again here for 2-2 pitch. Get high school softball here from Spencer. We had a few clouds early in the game, but right now not a cloud in the sky on pretty much a perfect temperature night as well. Back onto the rubber is Lawson. She's ready here for the 2-2 delivery. And that one is lined back for the middle into center field for a base hit. Nice job, Emmy Bartolo, just keeping the hands back and shooting that one into center. So Bishop Garrigan will have their 4th hit of the night, and that'll bring it back to the top of the lineup for Darius Goshi. So Emmy Bartolo and Abby Capacious are now a combined 4 for 4 to look on the bright side of things here for the Golden Bears. Been a little tough going here for the rest of the lineup so far tonight. Over 14. As here will be Goshi. She has struck out twice so far tonight. Gets right after the first pitch, but comes up empty, and the count is 0-1. Bartolo on first, 9-0 Spencer. Durning is due up next for Bishop Garrigan. And that one is lofted into left center field, and that soft liner will drop for a base hit. Bartolo hits second. She's not stopping. The throw into third base, and she's out. Oh, a beautiful throw from center by Piercy that time. It came in on the fly, and it cut down Bartolo. So Goshi dumped a single in the left center field, but on that throw over the third base, that is going to be out number 3 of the inning. A beautiful throw that time by Piercy, strong and on the money. So that'll bring us to the bottom of the 5th. It's Spencer 9 and Bishop Garrigan 0 here on Hometown Radio, KLGA.
High school sports on Hometown and Home Country Radio, brought to you by these sports club members.
Catholic Charities, offering professional counseling services to families and individuals of all faiths. Learn more at cathchar.com.
Algona Plumbing and Heating, where a good flush always beats a full house.
Grassmasters, get tips and advice from their lawn care professionals. Grassmasters, growing satisfied customers.
American Glass, for all your glass needs. Think American.
Walker Chiropractic and Wellness, serving Algona, Sway City, and the surrounding areas with chiropractic, nutritional care, and physical therapy services.
Dr. Bill Stroman, giving you something to smile about.
CB Grain Solutions, satisfaction guaranteed.
Ruhnke Brothers Full Service. Experience the Ruhnke Brothers difference for all your auto service and repair needs.
Sponsoring this broadcast on Hometown and Home Country Radio.
Bottom half of the 5th inning as Spencer is leading Bishop Garrigan 9-0 here on Hometown Radio, KLGA, and the Algona Radio YouTube stream. Tyler Lance with you here as this inning for Spencer. It'll be hitters number 9, 1, and 2 due up in the batting order. That's going to be Kendra Lowe, Jara Merchant, and Jada Piercy scheduled to hit. As Ella Schaaf continues for Bishop Garrigan. Again, Spencer 6 runs in the first inning. They were able to score 3 in the 4th. As there's a line drive towards left field. Reaching up to make the catch is Bartolo. And that is out number 1 of the inning. 1 pitch, 1 out there as Lowe is retired. Well, Lowe did a nice job getting after the first pitch. If it's one you like, turn on it and put a good swing on it and try to hit a line drive, which she did right there. But Bartolo had to come in maybe about 5 or 6 steps and a little bit towards the left field line, but did a nice job judging that liner and not overrunning it, which certainly can sometimes happen out there in left field. 1-0. Jara Merchant batting. A single, a pop-out, and a walk tonight, as that one is going to be downstairs, 2-0. Well, the batter's box right now in shadows. Most of the infield still in the sun, though, as it's slowly setting, and then you've got pretty much center field in the shadows and left field and right field still have a little bit of sunshine here. With the configuration of the softball field, as Schaaf will miss up high in the count 3-0. Well, just a reminder, Bishop Garrigan is going to have to prevent any runs from being scored this inning, otherwise the game will be over. As the pitch will catch the outside part of the zone for a strike, 3-1 the count. And Spencer up 9-0 here, bottom of the 5th. 1 out, nobody on, 3-1 count. As Merchant comes back into the batter's box. Schaaf's ready, and here comes the 3-1. And there's a called strike, 3-2. Spencer, they've currently scored 30 runs over the past 24 hours. If you look at yesterday's game when they scored 21 against Storm Lake. 9 here tonight against Bishop Garrigan, not quite as impressive as that pitch down and in for ball 4 to Merchant. But you'll take 9 just about any night, regardless of what team you are. It'll be the number 2 hitter batting, Jada Piercy. Piercy 1 for 3 so far tonight. The pitch, off and running is Merchant. Throw down to second. That one is off to the second base side, and that one will go into right center field. Moving up to third base is Merchant, and she'll stay right there. So Merchant gets the steal, and then Durning's throw kind of started hooking that time off towards right center field as it was away from the second base bag. And now Spencer has the potential game-ending run there at third base. Schaaf back onto the rubber here. 0-1 count to Piercy. The pitch inside. Oh, and a nice pick by Durning. Throw down back to third, but Merchant will go in there standing. I don't know, first of all, how that pitch didn't hit Jada Piercy as she skipped out of the way of it. That pitch bounced right down the middle of the batter's box, and then Durning couldn't slide her body over far enough to block it, so she reached out and picked it on the forehand. This one down in the dirt and blocked again by Durning. 2-1 the count. I have a feeling Durning's probably going to have a couple maybe softball-sized bruises after the game. Padding's going to absorb most of that, but she's taking a beating back there tonight. Downstairs, and it's blocked again. Count is 3-1 here to Piercy. Lawson is due up next for Spencer. Huckfeld after that if it gets around. 1 out, bottom of the fifth, 9-0 Spencer. 3-1 pitch. That is up and away, and Schaaf loses Piercy that time, and she'll head down to first base on the walk. So second walk of the inning here, and now it'll be the number 3 hitter, Caitlin Lawson. Lawson has not been retired yet tonight. She walked each of her first 2 plate appearances and then doubled to dead center field her last time up. 1 out. Pitch to Lawson, goes all the way to the backstop, trying to score from third, and sliding in there is Merchant safely. Merchant got a great jump on that one as the ball deflected back towards Durning, and that will be the end of the game as the 10th run scores on a wild pitch. So Spencer will take this one 10-0 as the teams head off the field and they will shake hands. With that, we'll step aside here for a timeout, and we'll come back and wrap it up with some final stats in a couple minutes right here on Hometown Radio KLGA and the Algona Radio YouTube live stream.
For Sports Club members, bringing you this game on Hometown and Home Country Radio.
Rental Zone, Highway 18 East in Algona. The tool and equipment rental specialist. Phone 395-RENT.
Dance Connection and Tumbling by Michelle. Passionate about teaching, creative about dance. Visit their studio at 1400 East Commercial in Algona or danceconnectionbymichelle.com.
Daylight Donuts, open early, serving yummy donuts, rolls, and great coffee. Located at 502 South Phillip Street.
Signworks for all your signage needs, as well as printed shirts, caps, and jackets. Stop in or call 295-9544.
Farm and Home Services. Check their many listings at farmhomeservices.com.
Pizza Ranch. Eat in or delivery. Catering also available.
TAFE Wellness Center. Dr. Shane TAFE. Keeping athletes in the game with chiropractic care. Located at 105 South Phillip Street in Algona.
All sponsors of this broadcast. More Sports Club members bringing you this broadcast.
Jensen Chiropractic. Care for the whole family.
Countryside Barbecue Sauce. 2 sauces for all seasons.
Erpelding Excavating. Let them take care of your grading, excavating, and drainage needs.
Farm Bureau Financial Services. Coverage and protection for what matters most. Visit with local agents David Weiss, Jason Brace, Daniel Folk, and Michael Toll.
Sudol Tax and Accounting. Full-service tax and accounting services from the professionals at Sudol Tax and Accounting. Call 395-1040. They see beyond the numbers.
Holmes Animal Clinic, caring for your pets from their location at Highway 18 East. They now have an indoor unit to serve equine, cattle, sheep, and goats. Also on-site boarding for cats and dogs.
Oakcrest Funeral Services, helping families celebrate a life lived.
All members of the Sports Club bringing you this game on Hometown and Home Country Radio.
With today's technology, there's no reason to wait by the mailbox for bank statements. Just sign up for internet banking and e-statements. This is Sherry at Security State Bank. E-statements reduce the risks of mail fraud and identity theft. Internet banking allows you to check your balances, see checks and deposits that have cleared, transfer funds between accounts, make payments, and say goodbye to paper filing and shredding. Internet banking and e-statements from Security State Bank in Algona, Burt, and Laverne. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
And we come back here to wrap it up on Hometown Radio KLGA and the Algona Radio YouTube live stream as Bishop Garrigan drops this one tonight, losing to Spencer by a final score of 10-0. My name is Tyler Lance, as we'll get set to wrap it up here. Some final stats and taking a look at the numbers for tonight's game. Again, 10-0 as Spencer defeats Bishop Garrigan. Ella Schaaf will take the loss tonight. Schaaf's final pitching line looked like this. She went 4 1/3 innings, gave up 5 hits, 10 runs. Again, not all those were earned. Bishop Garrigan had a tough night defensively, had the error there in the first inning that let a couple runs score, and then an error in the fourth inning contributed as well. So I don't have the exact total here for earned runs, but depending on how the official score went, not all 10 of them are going to be earned. Now, Schaaf did have some troubles of control tonight as she struck out 1 batter but walked 8, and certainly that is going to have to be a ratio that Schaaf changes going forward and try to find better control, but just didn't quite have that location tonight. Had a lot of pitches in the dirt, and release point was just a little bit off there. So 8 walks, 1 strikeout for Schaaf, as she will take the loss in tonight's game. Her counterpart, Caitlin Lawson, ended up going 5 innings and scattering 5 hits. Lawson did not allow any runs and did not walk any batters. She did have 11 strikeouts in the game, so Lawson with probably her most impressive outing of the season here tonight, as with the win, Lawson moves to 2-1. And she came into tonight's game with just 2 strikeouts in 12 1/3 innings, but 11 here tonight. Lawson was pounding the zone, strike 1, strike 2, a lot of 1-2 counts as well, and really aggressively pitching Bishop Garrigan inside. So nice outing there from the junior Lawson as she picks up the win for Spencer and K's 11 batters in the process. A couple quick hitting numbers for Bishop Garrigan. They did have Abby Capacious go 2 for 2 with a couple singles tonight. Also for Bishop Garrigan, Emmy Bartolo 2 for 2 with 2 base hits. And the only other base hit from Bishop Garrigan came from Darius Goshi, who went 1 for 3. Now, if you look at Abby Capacious and Emmy Bartolo, again, those two are combined 4 for 4, but rest of the lineup just 1 for 15 here tonight, as the strikeouts certainly short-circuited Bishop Garrigan. Again, they struck out 11 times here tonight. Bishop Garrigan also had 2 groundouts and 1 foul out in the game, as well as a runner being thrown out on the base paths. So certainly a night with a lot of Ks for Bishop Garrigan and not a whole lot of balls in play. On the other side for Spencer, again, they really didn't have a ton of hits in tonight's game, but just the patient approach at the plate allowed them to draw 8 walks. One of the highlights of the game came early on for Spencer as Izzy Pingle homered in the first inning. That was part of the 6-run outburst for Spencer, again, helped by a 2-out error. And that first inning really was the turning point here tonight. Bishop Garrigan had a chance to leave the first inning unscathed with no score, but with the score tied 0-0, Spencer was able to push 6 runs across the board in that first inning. Again, couple tough defensive plays for Bishop Garrigan, some good hitting from Spencer, and Bishop Garrigan was never able to dig out of that 6-0 hole. So 6 runs in the first, 3 in the fourth, and then 1 in the fifth. And that is how Spencer arrived at that final 10-0 total. So those are what a few of the final numbers looked like here for tonight. As Bishop Garrigan drops to 3-3 of the loss, Spencer improves to 4-3, and they win their second in a row. And again, they rolled over Storm Lake 21-2 yesterday, and it's another very dominant outing here tonight for Spencer. But Bishop Garrigan will try to shake this one off as they will get set to go to North Union tomorrow night. That is going to be a matchup against the Warriors, who are currently undefeated, and again, pending the matchup for tonight's game. So that is what is on the schedule next for Bishop Garrigan. That is it for our broadcast here for tonight, as this has been a Hometown and Home Country Radio sports production. I'm Tyler Lance signing off as we send it back down to the studio right here on KLGA.